S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100. Now, again, I want to make things very clear when we look at the stock market and where we're at. You have not got the breakout yet for that confirmation to the upside. The key level still remains around 19.69, 19.7. And ultimately, over the past week, we sat in this downward channel, as you can see, right? Making lower highs, lower lows continually, right? That's where we're at. We're also operating in this little bit of a range as well between 19.7 and basically 19.4, 19.3, where we spent a better part of the week as well. So there's no clear upside breakout. But what you want to see again, as you can go back and look over the past few weeks, you can see the multiple test, right? We can see the multiple test of these levels, right? Coming back into it over and over and over, right? Just clearly coming back into these levels, right? So again, that's kind of where we're at. We're sitting at that point. The question is, can we get that mount over that level, specifically on Nasdaq? Now, when I look at other broad areas of the market, right? This is QQQ, Nasdaq. Go to something like SPY. I'll use SPY for the best example. Is you're sitting at all-time highs right now, basically. You're about $3 off. Now, I'm seeing a lot of these comments regarding, this is a double top, right? We're double topping. Well, how do you know if it's a double top before you get any confirmation? So that's a little bit of a crazy statement. So far, I would argue, as of right now, you're making a little bit of a double bottom, right? You can see where we're coming into this potential, right? 1, and then clearly here 2. Now you're breaking back over that neckline there at around 564. Now confirmation, what you would like to see is at 1, 2, 3, the break, retest, and continuation pushing us over 565. So a clear mount above 565 and a break over 565 with that double bottom, in my opinion, is like the best potential setup here. That's what you'd ultimately want to be looking for here in the market right now. Okay. But I will say there's a big question mark on the broad-based markets. And I also go into Dow, like DIA, YM, whatever we're going to look at. Dow is at all-time highs. Okay. Now, the one question mark, the one concerning part here is seasonality data. And I think that maybe I've sounded a little one-sided. Now, personally for me, I am still net bullish, and I got to give you my opinion, got to give you what I look at in the market right now. I am a bullish broad on the market. But what I'll say here is that September historically is not our hottest month, right? -6% locally. Now, what I will say here is there is room, and I don't think October is going to be that great of a month personally. Okay, that's when October, November, that's going to be election time. December, I think we really can heat up. End of November, maybe we heat up more there too. But that's what I'm looking at now. So September, the question mark is here. And that's why I think it's important that we understand these key levels here. Specifically Nasdaq, because a lot of you guys are trading Nasdaq stocks, tech, etc. Right? Above 19.7, clear signs of upside. Below 19.7, chop, downside's likely. So we need to understand that. Below 19K, I'm pretty bearish, back to the 200 SMA. So we understand what I'm looking at. One, there's very clear directions and signals for the direction of this market. That should be understood as well. Really quick, guys, I do want to give a special shout out to a few things right now too. If you're not following on Twitter for all this information as well, I do a lot of this stuff for free on Twitter, a lot of charts, favorite stocks, etc. So make sure you check it out there, just letting you know. I try to post there more and more. Past month, I was really slow on posting there just because my son was being born. We were moving into our new house. It was a lot of stress, but obviously, content's coming back out, as you can see. Also, too, the Discord spots are available. If you're interested, there's 16 spots available right now. Those will close no matter what, or the first people to sign up, just to let you know right now. The link is down below. Check it out. We have some videos and stuff, too, going over all that as well, so make sure you look into that. But going back into the market, that's where we're at right now. QQQ, you can also see, obviously, if you're a QQQ guy, you're sitting on your levels that you like, that you kind of want to see. 474, holding a level. It's in that little channel, but that's where you're at. Okay. Broad-based. Tech looks meh. SPY, Dow look really good. Moving on, we look at some of the data this week. There's not a lot. I'll say that right now. Starting on Monday, got nothing. Labor Day. Tomorrow, we're not coming into the market. Moving on, Tuesday. You have some manufacturing data, not too big. You're not going to have your big inflation data that's coming out. That will affect Dow, so make sure you're watching that. You have job openings coming up on Wednesday. I would think job openings are the biggest area of this week because we've seen unemployment kind of become a real issue, and that's the thing that's really stimulating and getting the Fed to want to start cutting these rates. ADP non-farm unemployment, that's going to be big as well. Okay, but that's the biggest part of the week. And just my personal opinion, Non-farm payrolls, all your employment data. That's the biggest part. Unemployment rate as well. You'll have some Fed speakers shortly after, timing that up pretty well. You're going to have Fed Williams, Waller right after the unemployment rate on Thursday, or actually on Friday. So all your Fed members really talking more on that day. So again, less overall data of inflation. Inflation data has moved out really good. And then more unemployment data coming out very soon, which we have to assume that unemployment continues on the uptick. Okay, that's the biggest thing. I'm not going to go over mortgage rates today. We've gone over that quite a bit. But I do want to put some emphasis on September here. It's typically our worst overall month. So I want to make that really clear, understood. I will say, we've had some other areas like August, good bounce back here in August, right? So other things to consider, worth mentioning, but that is the area of caution. Now, really quickly, guys, I'm going to go over just stocks I'm liking, stocks for the week. To get you guys ready, things I'm looking at here. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time because, again, Nasdaq has not broken out, so there's not too much I can really go on and on about. A lot of stocks you guys have been asking about. I've been spending a lot more time on the mid caps, right? Smaller mid caps, which is kind of interesting for me if you watch the channel because I don't focus too much on mid caps. But Affirm was one of the big ones, right? We got the 131 hold, you broke over. You eventually got over the 200 SMA, the gap up after earnings, and you never stopped. So that was also really nice there as well. Affirm's most likely running into 46.5. Another big one, Upstart, moving up really well on $42, $44. Next stop, in my opinion, is close to $48, $50. That's my next big target there. Another one, CMG, not as small of a cap, but again, I think CMG Chipotle is a really big opportunity here as well, above the 200 SMA, trying to get above 57. Above 57, I think you're moving into $60 pretty quick. It's really interesting too, Chipotle, everyone it's known as being that stock that really only does go up. Like if we zoom out, just beautiful, right? Just beautiful moving to the upside. But the other part of it is you don't get that many opportunities. Okay. But I'll say right now, I think Chipotle is a hot one. I think dated positions here are nice. And I think they're going to do well. They did have the drop right here from the CEO actually switching from Chipotle to Starbucks. But I'm still a fan of Chipotle there. Kava, I'm not too big on Kava anymore. I like Kava. I think it's a good value, but long term. But we were buying lower and now you're at 120, 115. So kind of missed your opportunity there. Those are my kind of favorites right now. I might have missed one. Sorry if I did. Actually, sorry. Some of the housing ones as well. Zillow, you came into 57. I said be patient. You need to mount 57 above 57 or a 200 MA retest. I'm looking for a breakout to the upside. Other housing names: Redfin, Realty Income, Open Door. These are all interesting plays here. You can even go something like Rocket Mortgage, really heating up as well. I think Rocket Mortgage could be one of those Reddit plays as well. And I'm not that I'm against Reddit or pro Reddit. It's if your stock lines up fundamentally and then you also get hype behind social media, it's never a bad thing. So Rocket could start popping off again into $26, $28. I would not be surprised. So those are the mid small caps that I'm liking. So really quick as well, if you guys are interested in trading, and this is a sponsor of the channel, just to let you know, Moomoo, the link is down below. Their cash accounts are live for all you day traders, everything like that. I use them every single day, but I love their platform. It gives you a good look of looking what's happening in the markets. It gives you all the tools you need, gives you your hot list, the best names, best movers. Also, too, a lot of you guys like unusual activity. That's free. That's included with their platform. The options analysis as well. The ranking of stocks and options and the best movers on the day. So make sure you check them out. The link is down below. And supports the channel. But small mid caps, that's what we're looking at there. Now large caps, names I'm liking. I think Apple's been one of the stronger names, broad based in the market. We're going to go to the 1 hour here. You had a really nice press into 232, which we were looking for, but now you're kind of slowing back down. The good thing here is you're holding your 228 level. That's what you wanted to see. Meta's looking halfway decent. We traded it a few times this week, and you ended up getting rejected back to the downside. Meta, as long as you're above 518, I like it, and there's a lot of upside pressure still there. Microsoft as well. Again, another big name we were trading. You can see a lot was going on here. We had hit target 2, never went down to target 3. But the interesting thing with Microsoft here, I can get rid of a lot of these levels because I just have so many on here. Again, sometimes I forget to delete my notes from the day trading, but really quick, I like Microsoft a lot near the 200 SMA. I don't think Microsoft belongs near the 200 SMA personally. So again, in this range of 410 to 412, I think it's a big buying opportunity with dated positions. You're going to notice too, when you look at Microsoft or Meta, Apple, Netflix, a lot of the big major names out there, NVIDIA, right? Microsoft's a lot lower than those names are relative to their highs. So I think Microsoft has room. The real test comes above 431. Above 431, you're really pushing out. But I like Microsoft a lot. Think it's not getting enough love. Like it a lot. CrowdStrike. Again, CrowdStrike's interesting here. A lot of you guys don't like CrowdStrike. I love it personally. The big level you wanted to hold was right here, 273, 272. Holding above that level right now. They had earnings, and their earnings, in my opinion, were good. I think you're looking for a mount above 278.6, 279. Above that, you're pushing into 300, 298 in a hurry. I think it's one of the least talked about names and has a lot of potential. But you need a mount above 278, 278.5, 279. That's what I'd be looking for there on CrowdStrike. Big name, love it. Some of these Dow names, I think they need to get love now. Costco above 896, amount above 896. I think you're going back into 900 plus. I could see this thing working its way towards 1,000. LLY, Eli Lilly, very similar play here above 966, pushing into 1,000. Post this one on Twitter as well. A lot of this stuff you can go re-get it on Twitter as well. UNH, another very impressive higher lows clearly here on higher time frames. Above 591.5, pushing in towards 600. So again, a lot of nice clean setups. Okay, but I want to make things really clear. You're really watching these indexes to make sure you get that continuation above 19.7, looking for that upside. Until then on tech, I'm not looking for the upside there. Dow, DIA, YM futures, whatever you look at, right? You keep making higher highs, you keep mounting these highs, you're looking for continuation here. Personal opinion, do what you got to do. That's what I like in the market. Kept it, pretty short, sweet to the point today. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. Ask me on Twitter as well. See you guys on Tuesday.